Alright, so I thought I'd give you a brief little update on something here in the office. Let's get the door closed for the full effect. I got the curtain up. Goes all the way to the ceiling. So we've concealed it as much as we can. Of course, there's some stuff there, but I really feel like when the walls are painted and this area and this area is dark purple, it'll just blend in because everything is dark. And then let's see. I brought my fuchsia in from outside because she hadn't flowered in a couple of weeks. She was really struggling. It's just so hot. So I think I'm actually going to pot her up in like a houseplant container. Give her some new soil because she's really pretty. And then here's how everything else is doing. I've also got these two newer ones I still need to pot up. So some of them look like they've, they could be happier. We'll see. Currently playing them music for plants. 432 hertz frequency for plants. Thought about that this morning in my yoga routine. I did yoga in here in the office for the first time. I did it right here. I had to lock Maple out because she just jumps all over me when I'm on the floor. So I thought about that. Music for plants, when I was done. I was like, cool, I'm gonna turn that on. So just have had it on for the last 2 hours while I was running some errands, and I'm sure they're loving it. They look like they're happy. Yeah, so last thing we'll be doing before I wrap up this video, which we may try and do later today, is, I don't know if I've ever showed you guys these or not. I got the window vinyl to go on these windows. So pretty. So this one's gonna go here. We're doing it just on the top half. And then this one is for the window right here behind the computer. Again, just the top half. So, two different vibes. I already know I love the one that's going to go here, so I'm going to do it first. I'm kind of torn on the other one. I may end up kind of wanting them to match, so we'll wait and see. That roll is enough to do both of these windows in the top only. So, yeah, so I'll be back with you in a little bit and we'll be doing that. Also, I ordered this new thing that I saw on Facebook. I can't even tell you what it is. Oh my gosh, I just realized this little bottle came in maybe a week ago, and it is all in Chinese. So if this does well, by the time I edit and share this video, I will link where I got it in the description below. I saw a Facebook ad. It's like supposed to be a really concentrated like plant food. So it's like a mixture between like fertilizer, but also like other things. And you should literally, it says like a drop or two in a quart of water to water your plants with. I'm going to finally try it today. I'm also going to start bottom watering my house plants. So I'm going to get a big bowl, fill it up, bring it in here, set my plants in it for about 10 minutes, and then take them out and put them back on their homes. So I'm going to do the drops of that in that water, and we're just going to watch the plants, see how they do. So anyways, but yeah, if I end up loving it, then I may end up doing a whole video dedicated to it, but definitely will drop the information below if it seems awesome. All right, so we're back. So first off, I want to admit that I worked on my houseplants yesterday and did not film it for you guys. Because I ended up doing, like, just having a whole moment for myself, because I thought, okay, I need to do this. I had planned on doing it yesterday afternoon, and in the like morning part of the day, I glanced over at the plant shelf and I saw two of my newest small house plants looked so sad, and I thought, oh my god, like they're dying, and I was immediately overwhelmed with stress and thought, oh, I've neglected them, so I must do something. I just noticed my curtain fell. My new black curtain. Look, it's like, can you see it for the light? Look at that. It's like down a foot. I had it all the way up at the ceiling. Anyways, I guess I just need to tighten that. It's like one of them tension rods. Anyway, so we'll do that. We'll do that after this. So anyways, So I took care of all my houseplants. It was a happy moment. I want to show you them all really quickly. So we'll do like a little houseplant tour, and I'll tell you about each one. So if you love stuff like that, yay. If not, after that, we're going to put the vinyl stuff on the window. Okay, so here's one of my newer ones. She's doing great. She's been setting here ever since I brought her in a couple weeks ago. This one was in a temporary pot, and she was in a temporary pot inside this white pot. I had taken that off, and just had her in this tray here, but I ended up repotting her up into the white pot because her roots were coming out the bottom of the black thing. So this one is a little bit bigger, so that's great. And then you come over here. This is she doesn't look great on this shelf with all this crap, but again, this is going to be going away soon. But I potted up my Thai Constellation Monstera into a different pot, and then this is just a container, so this has got holes in the bottom of it. So they gave her a little bit more room, not a lot, so she's definitely probably going to need to be potted up again in like a month or so. She's got a new leaf in there coming up, which is great. I like her here because I can see the leaf patterns, because I thought about putting her up there, but then it's so tall that you can't see it. Okay, so then over here, this is my little baby Monstera I've had for a really long time. She's grown really slowly, so I'm actually going to be putting her in a different pot soon, and ordered, like, look how long she is. Like, she's just been hanging out, and I just put her over this shelf when I put it back, but I ordered like little trellises to go in the back, but I think when that comes in, I'll repot her up. This is a beautiful ceramic pot, but it does not have a hole in the bottom. Not sure why. So I think I want to give her new soil and everything. That's what I did with some of my plants. Let's give you some light. This is my Hypo Estes White Splash. And look how sad she looks. Oh my gosh, so sad. I'm hoping she rebounds. She got a ton of new soil, a bottom watering. She's doing great. This is one of my succulents that was in the tray. Put it in its own little pot. Not really a cute one, but just what I had. This guy has been struggling. It has been on the top of the shelf. She also needs a support. You see, she needs to be like this and have support in the back. So I'll have a little 4-pack of small trellises coming, and she'll get one. I also need to dust her leaves. Looks like I missed that yesterday, but anyways, otherwise she's doing well. This is one of my other new ones that I had gotten that was sick. I got it at the same time as that one, and did the same with her. Potted her up. Good bottom watering. I cut off a lot on this plant. You can see kind of like the scars. And see, she was sick whenever I got her, so I've been treating her with a baking soda mix. And then some of the places where I cut the leaves, I ended up going through and cutting like the whole stem off in multiple places. So she has less, but I think she's on the road to recovery. This is a plant I had in my dining room for the longest time, like literally probably 2 years. And I just felt like she really needed an upgrade. So she does get stuff like this. I'm not sure what's causing that. But what I did was I potted her up into a much larger container, all new soil. She was very dry. Bottom watered with some liquid fertilizer. All my plants got bottom watered yesterday they all got liquid fertilizer. She was very dusty because I just tend to overlook her there, being in the dining room alone. And also I forget to water her a lot. So I just moved her in here to the office to give her a chance. Put her on this cute little stand. Now, if we go over here, I did nothing with this one. Okay. This one is my moonshine snake plant. And it went in this new container. I'll just set it here for now. I think I might have had her, yeah, I had her facing the wrong way up on the shelf. Anyways, this is the way that you look at her. Moonshine snake plant. Which basically is just a snake plant, but the moonshine is for the white patterning. So I really love that. So of course, newly potted up. I've got my humidifier on right now, so everything looks all fun and vibey over here. This is another one of my new houseplants, which I think, so I made these little post-it notes because my plant tags are outside. I need to bring them in. Where's my other one? I'm missing one. Where is it? Maybe I didn't make one for that one. Or does it have a tag? No, it doesn't have a tag. I'll have to look. This one I got on Amazon. Here's my money tree. I don't show it often. She's doing great. Love her. Had one for years before, and it was like 3 feet tall, and then she died when I moved 1 year, so that was sad. Anyways, this is a new plant, so she's got some little sickness issues, but again, freshly potted up, new soil. This one too, freshly potted up, new soil. This is also new. This is Calathea Stella, and she is divine because she has pink on her leaves. It's hard to see with this red light on right now. I took pictures with the flash yesterday. You can see it. You see that? Oof, it's so pretty. I love it. Love it. Okay, so then this guy is Calathea, but I don't know what kind, because you can see they're obviously different, but they're like the same plant family. I really don't know, you guys. I'm not a houseplant expert, but if you look, these leaves are also like this. So maybe that's just part of what makes them in that family. But this one is just a different structure. This one I have had for probably 6 or 8 months. It was in my office. In the other room before, you can see I've cut edges off of it where it was furling and browning on the edge. It was in a container that was a bottom watering container. And so I thought it was doing good. It was only taking up the moisture it needed. I only refilled the reservoir when it was empty. Okay. So yesterday when I went to water, it was my weekly watering, and I had not watered in a week. And I took that thing out of that water reservoir, and the roots were sopping wet. I have no idea how it could be so wet. Like, why is it taking up that moisture up the wicking string? If it, like, you know, why? The plant was so unhappy. So it had several different arms in here, dead things hanging, whatever. I gave it a total haircut. I took it out of that soil. I took away all the wet soil, put it in a new container with a hole in the bottom, new fresh soil, and I think she's going to be just fine. Looks a lot happier. Here's my pothos. I need to find a different container to put it in. I like that it's hanging, but like, I don't know. I need to figure out what to do with her. This is a succulent I got in the mail from here for my new succulent club. There's that guy. But it like totally fell apart when I stuck him in here. This, like, these 3 things was all one plant. So I'm like, oh my God, sorry guy. These are 2 little cuttings from my string of bananas, I think it was, that I had in a pot over here that's just not doing well. So it's just, these are succulents. I literally just stuck them in there so they'll root themselves. If you remember, I had this tray of succulents that was full. So what I did was I went through and I removed half of it and I put them in here. So this is very full now, but we'll just give them some time to settle in and root. And then these have more space to grow because that's basically just what was left. This is a pothos I've had forever, and it's literally only grown this much. I did not repot it up because I kind of forgot about her, so I need to do that next time. This is a boogie woogie plant that needs a trellis, because look at her. She should be standing up like that. So she's going to get one when those come in. I did nothing with her except added a little fresh soil to the top and then the bottom watering. And then this is my fuchsia that was outside, hanging outside my window. And her soil was really compact. So I took her out, repotted her with fresh soil in the same container. It was a hanging basket. I just took the hanger things off. And I gave her a bit of a haircut, hoping she'll just rebound and can be a houseplant for me now. That is everything I got done yesterday. Let me get this snake plant put back up here. See, that's the bummer about the snake plant is when you put her where she's facing the right way, she's leaning back. Look. She's leaning back. You can't get a really good view, but whatever. I guess that's just part of it. But anyways, I'm loving the amount of houseplants all around the office now. It's lovely. And once I got them all potted up, I was like, wow. I only have room for like a couple more for up there, which I need some hanging ones. And then I am going to eventually get a shelf for this corner. So I need a couple for that. But for the most part, I feel like really happy with the amount of plants that I have in here. And I envision them well when the decorating is done and the wall decor is done and the bookshelf is done and things are kind of spaced out. I feel good about the amount of plants that I have right now. So let's get this wall vinyl or this window vinyl on. It is a type that I'm pretty sure you apply with water. Oh, see my kitties outside, look. They're so cute. Awesome. I've not had this window open much lately, the curtains, because it's been so stinking hot. Okay, so before we get started, I wanted to show you, this is the one that we're going to install first. And I just came back to look at it to remind myself, and it says this one installs with static cling technology. No residue or anything, so we don't even need water to apply this, because I've done ones where you just spray the glass. So we'll see about just doing it with itself. How did I can't remember how I measured. Oh, okay, we want it upright like that. So then I can do a whole piece, come down about there. So I think I'm going to go ahead and cut it, and then I'll fine-tune cut the end once I have it on there. I really do love this print. I'm not sure if I'm going to love the other one, but I mean, look at that. It's so cute. I don't think you even have a really great view. There we go. All right, let's try this. That's just a piece of tape. It doesn't feel like there's even backing on it. Oh, there's got to be backing because it's not sticking. Okay. Not helpful. I'm going to watch tutorial videos. It does have a film on the back, which I'm just having a difficult time finding the edge to. And the lady in one of the review videos used water, which is exactly what I thought. I put this on stuff, it was like a fake stained glass window on our old house in Batesville. And it was so easy and it worked great, but I cannot find the freaking edge because it just chopped all my fingernails off. I found the edge. Ah, I found the edge. All right, I do have a spray bottle of water over here, so I'm just going to go grab that because I have it for my plants. All right. Nice. And she's off. Okay. Wow, nice. Is she crooked? I can't tell because it's overlapping on the window frame just a little bit. Okay, let me get my tool, which is just a debit card. I don't have to worry about having like a super hard card for this, like for the wallpaper. Now there's some places where like the water was heavier, so I'm going to go from right to left, and I don't know if you can see in the video, but it's pushing excess water out here. So I'm going to do that all the way just to make sure any little drips are out. The Amazon listing says this is pre-cut or pre-sized. That had a lot of water in it. For, I think it said French doors or sliding glass doors or something. I don't know. A lot of excess water in there. Okay, that's awesome. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. Now to figure out how. I'm gonna do the next big piece before I try to cut the little pieces. Maple is like right underfoot, like so nosy about what's going on. Crazy girl. Excuse me. Excuse me. Thank you. Let's hold you up here. Just measuring. Even if like, so this type is not, it's not blocking out hardly any light. It does block out some. So if you want to like cut down on UV rays coming in your house, or if you have like a view to like a neighbor's ugly yard, or like outside your window is like a view to an alley, or just something you don't like. This is so renter friendly because like I could literally just peel this off right now because it's just water, and it was very affordable. I don't remember what the price was, but I originally found that this product even existed because the house we had bought in Batesville was a historic property, and it had a beautiful wood front door with 2 or 3 windows cut out just a little bit above eye level, but like people could literally just like see in the house when they came to the front door. And I could not believe people had been living like that for years because I like my privacy. And so I thought, well, there's got to be a solution, and something to keep with the historical integrity of the house would be amazing. So I found this product that looked like a literally really colorful gemstone color vibes, stained glass windows like you would see in an old church. It was so pretty. Chef's kiss. So I was forever in love with this product after that. I bet you if I take this and I do the same length again and I cut it in half, it's gonna do that. I wonder about the print matching up because there's like this orange flower here. Let's see, let me just start out by getting a piece. One thing that I'm going to note, I noticed people commenting in the last video with the wallpaper. There was, I think, maybe just one person that was like, you didn't match up the flowers in the pattern. I did. Y'all, the camera just wasn't close enough for you to see that. Of course I'm going to match up the pattern. Like, it's a very patterned wallpaper. In fact, once I had it up, I don't even like how patterny it is. The purple flowers and the pink flowers really stand out to me because it's like, boom, 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 boom. It's like very, I would prefer it was less like that. But anyways, I did match up all the flowers. I guess there's just some things you can't see when you're watching it online, really, but that's okay. Yeah, that's going to be like so, that's going to fit. So if I wanted to overlap, I could cut it here. Anyways, my point is, I'm not that meticulous, y'all. I used to have severe anxiety when I was in my 20s, was even medicated for it. I think that was probably just due to being a young single parent with my plate completely full, not really knowing how to deal with things, trying to just make it through, really. Very high anxiety. And when I came out of that phase of my life and had learned how to manage stress and stuff, I realized that I was so, part of being that stressed out and anxious, for me, not speaking on anyone else, for me was because I was trying to control everything. So I had to learn that that's literally impossible. And I was expecting perfection from myself on everything I did, which is also literally impossible. So I had to learn to accept some truths about life. And coming out of my anxiety era, what I gathered from that was nothing's perfect. And if I spent more time measuring everything and balancing this and doing that and yada, 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 it'd take me twice as long, and the difference probably would not even be noticeable. Are you going to notice when this is done that I did not just measure this? I just eyeballed it. My husband makes fun of me when I hang things on the wall and I eyeball them. Now, like, say we're installing floating shelves, right? And they've got to be on a stud. I won't do that. I'm not going to do that because that level of detail stresses me out. So what I do there is I have my husband do it. See, this seam is very noticeable because it's a clear pattern. But anyways, I have my husband do it because he is that anal and meticulous, and he's wonderful at it. It also stresses him out, but he just still chooses to be that way. I have just decided I ain't got time for that. My happiness is more important than trying to attain perfection. If you want to measure everything and do all that, to each his own. Really, it is to each his own. But I like for things to just be the way I want them to be. You know, what I expect them to be. So, can you see that seam? I can see that seam. Look at that. See that seam? I don't think there's a way to avoid that, because it's like the edge just stands out like a fine but we'll show you, we'll look together at the finished product once I'm done. I also gotta I've got to cut off the excess, and then I'm gonna come over here. That. See, I don't want to use this side of this because there's this red flower here, and at the top of this, the red flower is right there. So I'm going to cut this in half, and I'll use this less happening side. I think that would be a lot better. Yeah, because see, even down here, these flowers would like overlap and look really weird. So I'm just going to cut this in half. Now the other window I want to do, I'm not sure, honestly. We'll stick it up, but I might return it. We'll just do like one piece and see what we think about it. Because looking online, I really loved the vibe, and I loved the thought of having two different types. This window versus over, these windows versus over there. But once they came in, I just wasn't sure if I really loved that print, but we'll see. That might be kind of hard over the desk, but we'll get through it together. And then remember, next week's video is painting, and as much as it's gonna be like a pain to move furniture and stuff, I am really looking forward to it, because it's gonna make such a difference. I'm here for it. I'm here for it, Maple. Oh gosh, I'm tripping over paint on the floor as we speak. Oh. This one is harder to reach. Oh my gosh. That overlap doesn't seem as noticeable. How funny. Maple, your butt is literally in my way. I wonder why this one looks so different. Oh, I see what it is. Okay, so this right side of the print, the backing is almost like a light green, and then it fades to clear, and then clear. See here, we've got the green here, and it fades to clear, and then here, this is the green side. So this is the green background against the clear background. I wonder that other piece I have left. That's the clear background. Oh, I have it upside down. Yeah, that's the clear background. I wonder if it would be worth it to swap it out. I think that's what's making this so noticeably different. But then again, this curtain is always gonna be closed, like almost always, except maybe fall and winter. I think what I'll do is I'll save it because it is a good size. Maple's laying on the trash. Okay, I'm gonna get to cutting off this excess. This wallpaper came with this little knife and this little squeegee. I had forgot about it and I just found it. Let's just... All right, so here's what this honestly looks like from afar with the curtains open. This doing this made me realize my crepe myrtle has some oak tree leaves in there that fell that I need to clean out. Oh my gosh, now the kitty is sleeping. I wish I could leave these open all day. I love the sunlight, but it's just been too hot. But anyways, so here's the one. We're worried about that seam. What do you think? Can you see it? Oh, look here, when you're getting more sunlight and less of the crepe myrtle behind, you don't even see it at all. You've got to be looking like dead on to see this line here. And this one, I think, looks lovely, seamless. So let me do the curtains how they'll normally be. This is probably how they'll be most of the time. Just a little peek open, and it's just like a little hint of joy. I love it. And I can't wait until like the fall when I can really enjoy that more. And we'll be getting different colored curtains, but I don't know what they'll be yet. But anyways, I love that. Well, I for one am tickled with that. I really like it. In fact, I wish I could just keep these open today because I don't know how warm it's supposed to get today, but the other day it was so hot in here. Well, our AC broke. My husband had to come home in the middle of the day and fix it. Thank God he can do that. So, yeah, so I have a meeting I have to do, then we'll get back and we'll work on these. Look how bright that is. That's really bright. So we'll do that. Okay, so I did end up getting one other window of the vinyl stuff put up before my work meeting. And so I'm going to show it to you now. I don't like it. This is what it looks like. I don't like that there's this layer. You see that? For the dangly parts. And it just looks like really fake and bubbly. I don't know. I just don't like it. Which I was afraid of that. I got the dog underfoot. Trying to eat all my crumbs. Trying to eat all my crumbs from my Cheez-Its. I was afraid when it came in and I saw that that's how I would feel about it. But anyways, we gave it a go. I'm going to see how much I have of the other left. Like if I have enough to do one window, I think that's what I'll do though, is I'll order more of that and just do all 4 tops that same print like that, because she's so cute. This is what I have left, like 8 inches wide, so not gonna work, but I do know one roll will do both of these 2 with just this much left over, so I'll just order another one. So I'll pop that in another video at some point, probably the painting video when I've got everything, you know, kind of moved away from the walls and I'm painting. I think that would be great. So I'm gonna wrap up this video here for now and give you a look at some of the things we've gotten done this week after I clean up some of my messes, and then fix that curtain, and then we'll wrap up this video for this week. Thanks so much for watching this week's video. I'm so glad to have the things wrapped up that we do have wrapped up. Making a little progress here and there, which is nice. And got all of our messes cleaned up. And then the next video, we're gonna work on painting. Super pumped for that. Hope you're subscribed so you can come back and see that next video next week. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Adding this to the end here, because guess what I did not realize? Look how pretty. Cute little starburst on the ground. I love it.